Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of DE Video News Roundup. Glad to have you with us again. Let's start with what has become impossible to ignore, the number of tech conferences cancelling or reshuffling due to coronavirus. Game Developer Conference, originally set for March, is now postponed. The organizers say it'll be held again later in summer, but no new dates have been officially announced. NVIDIA GTC, an annual live event for GPU computing, is set for next week, but it's been converted to a virtual event. IoT World, the event for next month in April, is still set to take place, but organizers are urging people to take serious caution by minimizing handshakes and staying home if you have any sign of cold or flu. Now, news from a show that really did take place before the virus situation gets intense. Big Compute 20 was hosted by Rescale, a company dedicated to on-demand high-performance computing services. Here are excerpts from the keynote by Rescale's CEO, Joris Poort.
So you probably haven't, this is the first time you've heard this. You've probably heard from thought leaders in technology like Buzz Aldrin, who's made claims that we're just using technology to build widgets to make a quick buck. And Peter Thiel, who's made a very clear point around technology stagnation, that we haven't been able to get the future that has been promised. And to a certain extent, they can certainly be right. Think about supersonic flight, a technology that already existed, but in the last decade, nobody's flown commercially in supersonic. The life expectancy challenge. So if we actually plot the progress over the last 10 years, not only have we slowed down, if you actually look at the US, the last few years, life expectancy has been going down. This is a real challenge we need to overcome. And finally, sustainable energy, climate change. Even with the impending doom of climate change, we have yet to deliver the innovation in the applied sciences world that it takes to fix this challenge. We are actually minting more engineers and scientists every day than we've ever done before. We have millions and millions of people with degrees and PhDs in expertise that can help us push society forward. However, we're taking the experts like PhDs in aerodynamics and PhDs in material science and turning them into data scientists to count ads at Facebook. But over the next 2 days, I encourage you to really think about applied science innovation. And let's focus on solving the entire stack for the applied science innovation problem. This is the big compute problem. And this is the entire ecosystem that we're building and the community that needs to thrive to be able to push the innovation forward.
A lot of high-performance computing is driven by servers built on GPUs. The GPU market is essentially a two-horse race, with the market shares divided between NVIDIA and AMD. This week, industry analyst JPR released its 2009 Q4 Add-in Boards or Add-in GPUs report showing the landscape. According to JPR, AMD market share rose from 27% in 2019 Q3 to 31% in Q4. In contrast, NVIDIA market share dipped slightly from 72% in 2019 Q3 to 68% in Q4. AMD's brand for the engineers is Radeon Pro. Recently, the company released Radeon Pro 5500 GPU. 2020 Q1 is not part of the report. However, according to the analysts, the quarter is uncertain. One unknown factor in the market dynamic is Intel's expected entry to the discrete GPU space. The CPU giant Intel has in the past tried it with Project Larrabee in 2009, but it got shelved. This year at CES, Intel revealed what is supposed to be its first discrete GPU called DG1, built on its C architecture. Another unknown is the effects of coronavirus affecting the supply chains in China and across the world. JPR is predicting that 2020 Q1, which is seasonally flat, may see an unusual dip. Finally, some news from 3D printer Felix. The company's strategy is to deliver mid-range price systems. The new systems it's highlighting right now are the Felix Pro 3, the Felix Pro Large, and Felix Pro Extra Large. The Felix Pro Large and Extra Large were developed with greater build volumes in mind, the company announced. Both of these systems incorporate print chambers with enclosed warm zone and cool zone for consistent temperature control. Warm zone is for highly shrinkable materials such as ABS, carbon fiber, and nylon. In contrast, the cool zone is to house electronics to prevent overheating that leads to machine and build job failures. Both the Pro Large and Pro Extra Large are designed to be easily portable, the company says. We will still report on the NVIDIA GTC virtual version of it. We will meet with vendors virtually and report what's relevant to our readers online and in video reports. So stay tuned for the next episode. Follow us on Twitter at DE Editor and through our website, Digital Engineering 24/7. That's digitalengineering247.com. Until then, thanks for watching. This is Kenneth Wong for DE, wishing you good health and great engineering feats.